Blue Lock Chapter 311 might be one of the most frustrating chapters yet. The title, We Are Blue Lock, sounds powerful, but when you read the chapter, it feels like the stakes have completely vanished. It opens with narration stating that it's one day before the U20 World Cup, and the Blue Lock players are making final preparations. We see Raichi, Nanase, and Yukimiya training together. Raichi commands a counterattack, and Yukimiya calls for a 2-on-1 play. The ball eventually makes its way to Isagi, who scores despite Nico trying to block him. Chijiri congratulates him with a nice goal, but Isagi isn't impressed. He critiques Chijiri's cross, saying it was too early and that at the world level, it would have been blocked. Chijiri defends himself, explaining that improving everything all at once is impossible. Karasu steps in to say that Isagi is asking too much, especially with the pressure of an upcoming match. But then, Isagi snaps. He gets fired up and yells at Karasu, asking what's wrong with aiming for perfection and calling Karasu an idiot for being dismissive. Karasu replies calmly, stating that he was only sharing his opinion. Isagi claps back, saying Karasu shouldn't act like the rest of the team is slacking. The tension rises quickly, and they're about to fight when Ika steps in to break it up, telling them to keep their passion hot but their communication cool. Rin, of course, doesn't miss a chance to put Isagi in his place. He walks up and tells him not to get cocky, accusing him of acting like the team already revolves around him. Rin warns Isagi to prove himself after he wins, not before. Just then, chaos enters the building, literally. Chairman Bodisuda bursts in, all cheery, calling the players his gemstones of talent. He's holding an iPad, and everyone freezes, including Ego. But Kira identifies him as the chairman. Ego immediately questions him for showing up unannounced, but Bodisuda claims he's just here for a greeting. Then he drops the bombshell. The U20 World Cup now allows 26 players per team instead of 23, and the 3 extra slots are his to assign. One of them already belongs to Ito Shirsei, but he'll only play during the knockout rounds. The other 2 will be chosen through something called Side B, a survival match between over 300 previously eliminated Blue Lock players. This match will be broadcast on Blue Lock TV, turning it into a media spectacle. Naturally, the Blue Lock players are shocked. Isagi is confused, Gagamaru is stunned, and Nanase is overwhelmed by the information. Rin is visibly affected by the mention of SAE. Then we see the biggest shocker yet, Kira Ryosuke is back. That's right, the same Kira who got eliminated in Chapter 1. Isagi sees his name and says it aloud in disbelief. Bodisuda explains that he handpicked the participants and wants to turn the finals into a major media event. It's no longer just about soccer, it's about spectacle. Even characters like Itoya and Kira mock the idea, saying it feels like a ripoff of the original Blue Lock. At this point, Ego finally speaks up. He's furious. He accuses the chairman of only caring about gambling and clarifies that even though players are being brought back, only he will decide who gets used. Isagi challenges him, asking about the original rule that eliminated players couldn't come back. Ego affirms it, he won't use someone like Kira. But he also admits that if someone unexpected shines, the Blue Lock regulars might not get a choice. Shido's name gets thrown around again, hinting that chaos may still be ahead. And then Ego drops his own truth bomb. If Japan doesn't win the U20 World Cup, he himself will be expelled. His job is on the line. He admits that his position isn't all that different from the players. But despite that, he won't back down from his philosophy. He's determined to create the world's best striker and will put everything on the line to make that happen. As we shift scenes, we see an exterior shot of Blue Lock. Isagi smiles, clearly motivated. Then we cut to a young fan wearing Isagi's jersey, his #1 supporter. Finally, the chapter ends with a narrator saying there are 2 hours left before the World Cup begins. The last panel shows Nagi walking toward Blue Lock with a new spark of hope in his eyes. And that's Chapter 311. So here's the question, where are the stakes? Eliminated players are being reintroduced, making the whole one-chance-only system feel meaningless. The original threat of elimination is gone, and with it, some of the show's most intense emotional weight. Bringing back Kira feels especially pointless, he was never on the same level as the current elite. This chapter feels like it traded narrative intensity for media hype and marketing. But maybe that's the point. Maybe the authors are commenting on how spectacle often overrides substance in the world of sports. Whether you love it or hate it, one thing's for sure, Blue Lock is entering a chaotic new phase. What did you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next explosive chapter.